Hello, this is Naman J. Coker, Principal, Simple Cell Home Buyers, Home Buying Company on Long Island and the five boroughs. Also, I'm a licensed realtor with RPB Realty. Shout out to the broker, Michael Pinter. That's my boy. Um, I received a DM yesterday evening by one of my friends who I guess was watching my videos. God bless his soul. And he sent me a message and he says, dude, what is the ultimate purpose of you making these videos? And he was genuinely curious, and I think he wanted to help me. And he wanted to give me. He's like a social media dude. He knows probably more than the average bear when it comes to social media. So he was probably like, "Damn, this video quality sucks. I could barely hear this guy. He's just rambling on and on. Let me throw this dude a bone, right?" So he reached out to me. He was like, "Oh, what is the ultimate goal or purpose of these videos, and how can I help you?" And so I didn't have a good answer for him. I basically what I told him is I'm just kind of dabbling and documenting what I'm up to or what my thoughts are, and that's really the honest truth. Like if I reflect on the day and an interesting conversation that I had or an interesting question that somebody asked me, I will make a video about it. Why? I mean, does anyone want to watch this or listen to this? I don't know. If it helps anyone who is in a similar business or maybe in a different business or is not in business but finds this useful, that's great. But really, what I'm just doing right now is talking about different things that I find interesting in the business. Um, I think eventually I'm going to try to get a little bit more systematized in the videos that I'm presenting so that they could be useful and in a particular order. Like I have this idea that I want to break down different components of my business in the real estate investing, specifically in the on the real estate investing side, the house buying business, and make videos about that so that let's say someone's new or maybe someone's done a few deals and they're trying to systematize their business. That's the path I'm on, where I'm transitioning from a deal hustler, which is a guy or a girl who's just going from one deal to the next, right? You're trying to get the next flip deal, or next new construction, next whatever it is, next full gut rehab, working on the next short sale, working on the next whatever listing, the next novation, the next wholesale. It's just next all the time. That's what a deal hustler is doing. And I'm trying to transition from that deal hustler to the business person. And the business person has a predictable business. Um, they have systems, processes, team members in place, and it's more of a machine that they are overseeing than an individual that's out there grinding for the next piece of business. So that's a transition phase that I'm in right now. It's a very interesting transition phase. And so eventually I want to also systematize and have a rhyme or reason to the videos that I'm creating so that, there's an order to it and you can kind of watch them and if you wanted to put together a similar business model, you could do so. Um, because I think of the business in a certain way, like the first component of the business, other than yourself and your mindset, which is probably a different episode, is data. So I could make a video about data and the different forms of data that you can collect, and lists, and then list stacking, and then list scrubbing, and buying lists versus creating lists versus pulling data from public record sources, like going down to the county and et cetera, et cetera. So there's So that could be a video in and of itself, and then we could talk about marketing and lead gen, and then we could talk about the sales process, and then we could talk about negotiation. We could talk about comping properties. We could talk about going to contract. We could talk about disposition strategies, and then that opens up a whole nother can of worms into, what disposition strategies can you use? Are you a builder that's going to knock down and build new? Are you going to wholesale to a builder or rehabber? Are you going to rehab existing structure? Are you going to add a level? Are you going to buy and hold as rentals? Are you going to novate? Are you going to list? So there's a lot of things that are in my mind. And so when my friend said, what is the purpose of your videos? I wasn't sure exactly how to answer that, but I think the ultimate purpose of these videos is to document my process, my systems, what's in my head. It's like a data dump. And then also, probably more importantly, is building a community. I think if I put myself out there on YouTube, people will eventually see that I'm in the business, and they may reach out if they need help. And then from there, we can start to hold more meetings. Like I do these case studies. And really, what I'd like to do is build a community of people that are like minded and doing exactly the same thing I'm doing, or maybe not exactly, but similar things. And we could all essentially work together and help each other grow. And social media is a great platform that allows you to reach a greater audience of like-minded people, right? So I guess that's the answer to the question, what is the purpose of these videos? And also for the future, I think I'm going to try to get a little bit more structured in how I outline these videos. So I'll probably spend some time putting together a skeleton of video topics, and then kind of start from the beginning and then work my way through the whole process, because the business is not complicated. It's not overly complex, but there are a lot of different moving parts, and you have to be effective at all those parts. If there's a chink in the chain, you're not going to be successful. Like if your data is not good, that's the beginning of this whole chain, you're going to have a hard time getting deals. If your marketing is not good, it doesn't matter if your data is good, you're going to have a hard time getting deals. If your sales process is not good, it doesn't matter if you have the best data and you're doing a lot of marketing. If you don't know how to speak to people and communicate and basically get the truth out of people and be an effective communicator, which is what sales is, then you're not going to do deals. And if you don't know how to comp properties, and so on and so on. So every chain link is important. So I'll structure something and start to put out videos that I think will be helpful. And of course, if people don't find them helpful, they could leave this video right where they found it, I want you to take away from this as much as possible, but if you feel like there's nothing to take away from it, feel free to drop it. Thank you. If there's any video topic suggestions, you can send those to me. If you have deals that you're working on, especially in Long Island and the New York City boroughs, and you're looking for someone with some experience to help you joint venture those deals, if you need money to bring to the deal, whether it's a deposit or rehab money or purchase money, if you need access to my network like attorneys, title companies, contractors, buyers lists, whatever you may need, I can supply. So reach out to me. If you have a deal you'd like to wholesale, I'd like to buy it. So it's like 10 o'clock at night. By the way, Friday, 10 p.m. My wife's got the night off. I just put the kids down. I'm exhausted, about to watch some TV. And then I realized I didn't make a video for today. So here it is. All right, I hope you guys liked it. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.